Alison Rosen. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison's your new best friend.
Hey everyone, hi, hello, welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. It is nearly 100 degrees. The earth is trying to bake us off of it. We're like char on the edge of pizza. And when I worked at Time Out New York, I learned that char is a term. It is a pizza term, gourmet, snooty pizza. Oh my God. And more importantly, our editor-in-chief decided to refer to it as za on the cover. I'm realizing I'm jumping around, and I also have not even introduced my guest, but we did like the best pizza, an issue about the best pizza in New York. And he's like, you know, where to get the best slice of za. And that's when I said, I can no longer in good conscience work here. I would like to welcome to the show your husband and mine, a man who has opinions about za. It's Daniel Quantz. Hello.
Hi.
How do you feel about someone calling it za? Uh-oh. Now I am. Okay. I'm not hearing it anymore. I don't think they are. I don't. Okay. I think it's
is it the headphones.
It's something or other. Yeah.
Hi. My thoughts about za are that is a crime against humanity.
How do you feel about calling it a pie? We're gonna pick up a pie, but you mean pizza?
Yeah, both. They're just precious terms to me. But za feels like something that you'd say if you are in the Jersey Shore. Yeah, like that feels like a Jersey, bro kind of term for pizza.
So the rule at Time, there was a style guide at Time Out New York, and there were all these rules about, and I don't know why it just popped into my head because it's so fucking hot, I guess, and it made me think of pizza. They had a style guide, and there were all these things you couldn't say. For example, you could not say he ate something and then washed it down with whatever he was drinking. And also
probably because too many writers were
exactly I wish I could remember all of them. They were good. It was like sofa so good if you were writing about furniture, I guess. I don't know. And I was like, well, I've actually never ever seen that one. But you couldn't use the same word twice in a story. So because I was always like, why does it say the movie was directed by so-and-so? He helmed it as a lenser. I'm actually mixing up my terms, but in Variety or Hollywood Reporter, when they'll use all these different synonyms. And I think it was like that. And I have a feeling za started as that.
Oh, like we have to mention pizza more than once?
Yes.
That's an insane rule if what we're talking about is like pizza. You can't say pizza more than one time in the article?
Not really. I mean, maybe you could if it was like down a lot further.
See, this is why America is turned against.
It wasn't. This was before woke. This wasn't woke.
No, but this is the start of it.
Okay, but did I ever tell you about this? Am I about to get canceled? I don't know. Okay, so they put an indigenous actor on the cover, and the headline they used. I wish I could remember what movie it was for. The headline they used was Squaw Talent. Now, what's your reaction to that?
Well, I don't know what the word squaw means.
Neither did they. They should have looked it up. It's not a good term to use. I think. I'm going to look it up. In fact, I feel like maybe I should call it like the SQ word or something. I don't think so though. I think
it's a derogatory term, or is it okay?
I don't know if it's always derogatory or if it just can be derogatory. Okay. A North American Indian woman or wife. But I remember.
But is it like a word they use, or is that a word that?
The English word squaw is an ethnic and sexual slur, historically used for indigenous North American women. Okay. Contemporary use of the terms, especially by non-natives, is considered derogatory, misogynist, and racist. So basically they put this. Oh, and also we've referred to actors and actresses as actor, which is why I just said actor, even though it was a gal. They put this woman, they were celebrating her on the cover, and then called her a piece of ass, basically. It was bad.
Did they get blowback for that?
Yes, but it was like it was coordinated blowback in that Now this is before there was not a big internet presence of the magazine.
Groups. There were advocacy
right.
groups.
So there were advocacy. So we were getting all these. Actually, they must have been emails because I was reading them on a computer. But we were getting all this mail from people who clearly like were unfamiliar with the magazine, but it was part of a coordinated attempt.
Well, it sounds like they should have gotten some blowback on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and then the features editor the features editor did lose his job later, but I don't think it was because of that. Maybe it was. Maybe it was related. No, I don't think so. I think it's because the new editor in chief, the man behind Zaw, wanted to put his own.
That's what happens.
Tiny weasel. I've talked about the weasel that he put the weasel that I had to answer to.
Yeah.
Younger than me. This little. Talk about
what's
precious.
This weasel doing now?
He moved to England.
Oh, that's the home of weasels.
Head up some kind of weasel home. Weasel, like a weekly weasel news report.
Is he in the House of Weasels?
Yeah, that's also his Harry Potter thing. He's a weasel.
Ron Weasel.
Yeah. So anyway, he went there to do some weekly weasel report. I don't know if he's still there or not, but I remember thinking,
I bet he doesn't have a successful podcast.
Yeah, in your face, weasel.
Did you call him that to his face?
No. But I've told this story before.
You called him that with your eyes, I'm sure.
I've told this story before. I don't think I was necessarily a good employee. I think I was a good writer.
Yeah.
I was a good writer. I might not have been a good employee.
Yeah.
I think I was for a while, but then I think that the whole weasel.
You didn't respect his authority.
No, I resented his authority, and I didn't understand that when you're an employee, you're there to make everyone else's life easier and to kiss the right butts and
Not
stuff
everyone.
like that.
You're there
to make the people above you's life easier.
Yeah.
I didn't like you by nature in terms of job stuff are very political, and you get it. And I
didn't always get it, though.
I don't think I've ever gotten it until lately. Like I absolutely didn't get. It's like I have a blind spot. In fact, my therapist said you have a blind spot regarding this because, like, I would be brought into these jobs, and the editor in chief, I thought, well, that's who I answer to. But there was always these like all these people in the middle. No, that's who I answer to, and I'm like, who's this schmo? It's like I didn't understand the basic structure of this. So anyway, this fucking weasel. I've told this story before because to me it just typifies. Oh my God, what's the term for this kind? A fool's errand. At 5 p.m. on a Friday, he wanted me to find out how many pounds of heirloom tomatoes New York chefs use in a year. And I said, I'm not going to be able to get that information at 5 o'clock on a Friday. And he's like, just try. And I can totally see how he thought that was insolence on my part, that I just wasn't like he's saying jump and I'm just supposed to say how high. But I was like, I have been doing this for too long to do. Was that my attitude? I'm not going to do like intern. It's just like I'm a reporter. I know how to get information. This information is not going to be gottable by me at this time. I'm going to have to call like the agriculture department or something. Anyway, I ended up, I got in touch with...
But you hadn't even tried.
But I already knew.
Yes, but he's probably like insulted that you wouldn't even make an attempt.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is that...
would piss me off too.
It would piss me off too.
Yeah.
I was right though.
Well, but I mean... But the beautiful thing about being right is it becomes clear when you're right. Like you can go, like if someone asks you, if you have a boss ask you to do something and you know that it's a fool's errand.
Yeah.
You don't have to you don't have to say, I'm not going to do it. It's a fool's errand. No, do it. And it will be clear that it was a fool's errand. Like,
no, I'm not saying that what I did was the right move. It was the wrong move in many ways. But when you said, but the thing you just said about like, when you have a job and your boss says, if my boss had said it, I would have. But I was like, who's this guy telling me to do this? I didn't get it.
Clear?
It should have been. But it's like, okay, another example. I took an what's it called? Improv. I took a series of improv classes. It is so fucking hot in California. I feel like I'm going to die. I gotta lower this. So anyway, I took an improv class, and the whole thing is that like you're supposed to build on what each other says, and I don't remember like the scene or something, but it was something in my mind. We were in a house and the windows were right there. You know, there's nothing. It was it's
improv. Yes, I get
improv.
it.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the notion?
No. I understand.
Yeah, and then the other person said something that made it clear that like we're in a, let's say, a circus tent. I don't know, but I was just like in my mind like, oh my god, like the audience is gonna get that person's wrong, but there's no reason they would because it was all in my mind.
You hadn't established that the windows were there yet?
No, but it was very clear in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that
everyone should have read it. Your mind?
Yeah, I didn't do that much thinking about it.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, in my mind, this weasel who was giving me orders was really like not. I didn't have to listen to him because I refused to acknowledge him being my boss.
Yep. And how did it work out?
Well, I quit, but But I think
you would have been fired.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even realize that.
Oh.
It's only afterwards that my friend Dustin Goot, who many of you know, said like, oh yeah, that guy poisoned the well for you. And I was like, what? I didn't even know that.
Was he talking shit about you?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was. I mean, I would have, look, if I were him, I would have been talking shit about me too. Mm-hmm. Okay. If we don't get some air in here, I'm possibly going.
It up.
Well, I didn't. Yeah. Okay. I said that like ordering someone else to do it when I'm the one holding the remote.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Europe, but I love my air conditioning.
Yeah. Anyway, all of this, I'm sure I wasn't as bad as I describe. I would like to cling to the fact that I wasn't. But I remember with this twerp. Also, I should add, I thought I was going to be promoted into the job that he was put into.
Had someone told you that? Or is this also one of
I
those
had been
things
doing the job. So they fired the guy who wrote Squaw Talent. Not because of that, but they fired him. So we had no features editor. So the other associate editor and I took over we were doing the job for months.
And they did not promote either of you. They hired someone else. Yeah,
someone who was younger than I am. And a real fucking weasel who doesn't understand that you cannot find out about tomatoes on a Friday at 5 p.m.
I've been that guy.
Which one? The one who was hired?
The one that's hired over people that feel like they
deserve
the job. And
how was it?
It's tough because
I'm sure
the person who's hired had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
they were just hired to do a job. And so that resentment from the people beneath you, like I totally got it at the time. I understood their resentment. In some cases, they were way older than me. Nevertheless, like take it up with the person who hired me. Don't take it out on me.
I think a fair amount. I wasn't taking it out on him though. He was taking it out on me.
Taking what out on you?
He felt that I wasn't respecting him, so he began to micromanage me.
But you weren't.
But I was doing a good job.
But you weren't respecting him.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
By the way, this is very much this is a blueprint for all the reasons I was chicaned from the Corolla show. Really, well, that's not true. Well, it is, and it's not true. Yeah, that's fair. I see that now. I didn't see it at the time. At the time, I'm just like, and you know what else? When I was in a band, I remember Tim, our drummer, being like, attitude matters. Attitude matters. And
what context was he saying that?
Probably me bitching about having to flyer because I didn't want to flyer because I thought it was pointless, because it is pointless.
Flyers are pointless?
Pretty much. If you're in a band, flyers do not bring people to your shows. I don't know. It could have been a myriad thing.
But he's right, though.
I know. That's the thing. Is that I had a horrendous attitude.
Why?
Do you remember?
You were high on your own supply. You were full of your own. you were enthusiastic. You were an enthusiastic youth who were. What's the word I'm looking for? I
have no idea what you're even trying to say.
You were. You had the enthusiasm of youth. You were arrogant. You thought that you knew everything. You needed to be.
Yes.
You needed to be humbled a little bit. You came on strong at an early age. You were doing great at an age that was much younger than most people. And I think that...
Well, there's more to that story. Regarding the band, and this is my own shit. I was like, what I need to do is move to New York to pursue... I feel like I'm hearing cracklies. Are you leaning on anything? Or is your phone on the table?
Not, but...
Okay. I was like, I need to move to New York and pursue my writing career. There's a weasel that I need to have a face-off with. Mm-hmm. And instead, I'm here in a band. This is like my life is going a different direction than I wanted it to. I gotta correct this. So that was going on.
So you're feeling you were better than this situation somehow.
I don't know if I felt that I was better than it, but I felt that it wasn't what I wanted. Mm. So for me, I was having trouble committing to putting in so much time in the band when I wasn't trying to be a success. I wasn't trying to be a rock star. Like Tim and Paula, they are professional musicians. This is what they still do. Well, Tim has other jobs, but like they're still in bands. They're like real musicians, you know, and this is what they wanted to do. And it seemed like, you know, maybe we could make this band go. And then Yami was like along for the ride, and I was like begrudgingly along for the ride.
That's always great to have someone on your team.
Are you going to divorce me at the end of this show,
like,
by the way?
No. But I'm just saying, like...
No, I know. I'm not saying any of this is okay.
Mm-hmm, I know.
So then we got this manager, who I'm friends with, by the way, now. Mm-hmm. But this manager who was like... I always thought that maybe he did coke or something because he had this manic energy, but it was natural. It's just who he was. He had a natural manic energy, very enthusiastic, very like, okay, let's really hit it hard, guys. And I was like, oh God. Now also, think of the people who raised me. They're now dead. I don't know if you caught that. Mm-hmm. Think of their attitude.
Not a very good attitude.
I was raised to have a horrendous attitude.
Yeah, I would say that your dad...
He could have a good attitude.
Probably programmed you to think like you're a little better than most people. Like
so that's I was about to say. I was about to say that. I was raised by narcissists, so I am not a narcissist. Possibly one of the possibly one of the only non-narcissists to emerge from my family.
Mm-hmm. No, I would say you're
literally the only one. Yeah. Yep. However, I think the thought patterns that one has as a narcissist, I had adopted a bit of that. So I don't think I had I don't think I have the personality.
I would say you believed your dad, like what your dad told you about you.
And I internalized what they had said about how one should carry themselves in the world and relate to other people. Mm-hmm. So I truly thought, and by the way, I thought this when I was on the Adam Carolla show too. Mm-hmm. I really thought the only thing that matters in a job is your performance and your talent and your ability to do the job. I didn't realize that is such a small part of it. I mean, it depends.
It's half. I'd say,
it's half. Right. But if someone isn't getting the, like, ass kissing that they require.
See, in the way that you put it, you it's like you understand it, but you still won't.
Well, I was speaking specifically about a certain situation.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But, like, I think it's not ass kissing. I think it's just someone who wants to be there and is enthusiastic and cares about what the boss cares about. Like, understands that your job is to make the boss's life easier, the boss's, like, vision come true or whatever. You're there for their sake. And, yes, there are some bosses that need to have their asses kissed more than others, but, like, but nobody wants someone working for them who
has a bad attitude. I totally get that now.
Who has an attitude or thinks they're better. Like I I've had people work for me. I had one guy work for me who was like, he'd gone to Princeton. You know, this guy was smart. He was like, you know, straight A student, et cetera, and could do the job, like, of course, but he just thought, like, you know, he's fresh out of college and he thought he was better than it. And it was like, you know what? I don't want you on my fucking team, Jack. Like, nobody wants someone with it. If you can do better, then good luck. Go do better. I want someone who wants to do the job.
Well, I remember, and I've told this story before. I don't know if I've told it on air though. I had a friend who, the guy was like 35 at the time. By the way, there was on some episode, I think it was the Josh Wolf one, I said that I was 35 when something happened. I was wrong. I was 30. For anyone who's keeping track. And I don't even remember what it was anymore. But, okay, so at this point, I was 35. This guy was like in his early 20s. And he wanted to get into television. And Red Eye.
But this is back when televisions were like big pieces of furniture that you could climb into.
He wanted to climb into a television cabinet, yeah.
So that's a weird dream, but I love it.
Yeah. So they were looking for a PA. And I was like, oh my God, like I think I know something that, and by the way, like those jobs, you go up the ranks. That's a foot in the door.
What kind of job did he want?
I don't know. He wanted to work in TV.
But
I have no idea.
Like on the business side, on the production side, acting side?
I don't remember. Okay, it's not germane to the story. I mean, it might be.
Well, okay.
For me, it isn't. Let me just move on.
Okay. So, I will allow you to move on.
Please stop playing with wires.
I need something to do with my hand.
Okay. What can I give you? Would you like a tissue?
Give me the highlighter.
You're going to click the thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me find something silent for you to play with.
You won't let me bite my nails. You won't let me fucking do anything with my hands.
Here's a tiny nub of a pencil. How about that?
Here, fine. Okay.
Don't stick it through your face or anything. Oh, no!
All right, continue.
Anyway, he's like, I mean, would I be like making coffee or something? And I said, I don't know, possibly. And he's like, oh, I don't want that. It's like, you ding dong. Now, by the way, I think he actually has a doctorate now or something, so maybe he knew it was best for him. But I'm just saying, he thought he was too good for that, but really you are starting at the bottom. You know, I didn't want to do a whole show about career stuff.
Then let's not.
But I just want to say, in my own defense, I think I'm painting it a little worse than it actually was. But I think I'm painting myself worse than I was. I also was a fun, jovial, delightful colleague. Are you disagreeing with me?
No, go ahead. No.
And the thing is, I came into all these jobs with a great attitude. It was that at a certain point, actually, I had problems. I had an attitude situation like right away at the OC Weekly, but but I think
this is why you work for yourself.
Eventually, yeah, but I would like to think that with all of this wisdom that I've gleaned, now I actually would, first of all, I would be so good if I went back to college. I totally have my priorities straight.
Oh, I would love to go back to college.
And I think I would be a great member of a team now that I get it. But anyway, there's something I was going to say. Oh, yeah. I think I everything was great at the beginning always, but then as eventually would happen, you know, all these tiny little like death by 1,000 cut kind of things. And then I'm not good at, or I haven't been good at dealing with things in the moment. And as an employee, that's always a weird thing anyway. So then like all this resentment would build up, or I would feel like, and also I was being underpaid. I mean, like Time Out New York pays you like 6 cents every 2 weeks. The end. Did you fall asleep?
How are you doing otherwise?
Oh, in my life?
Mm-hmm. Just checking in on Alison Rosen. How are you doing this week?
Are you trying to host?
I'm trying to change the subject.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm doing well. I have a cough that will not go away, and it is beginning to drive me insane.
Do you want to talk about what the exciting thing that happened with your fish this week? Or exciting in their lives?
I'm trying to think what you're even talking about. Oh, Poseidon's Feast?
Poseidon's Feast.
I ordered something called Poseidon's Feast, which to me sounds like a seafood tower, but it's actually microscopic crustaceans.
So have you noticed a little pep in there?
Yeah, kind of. I think so. Yeah. But also I ordered red ogo or red ojo, which is macroalgae, which is like this like flowing red stuff.
Like...
Hang on. You are stepping on
Sorry.
my story.
Sorry.
So I was all excited for a pop of color in my tank, you know, and and it like filters nutrients and it's like supposed to be all this good stuff. It arrives. The picture on the website is this little jar of it in water. It arrived. There's like a teaspoon of water in there. I was like, oh, I should open it up and rinse it off and then get it into the tank. I opened it up. It was the most foul smell I have ever smelled. I'm not exaggerating. It was a multi-layered assault on my nose. It was the most intense rotten egg chemical poop barf smell.
Did you worry if it was like rotten or something, like that it had spoiled?
I think that is what that is. I think it's bits of it have died off or something. I don't know. But I already called them because my phytoplankton smelled. And because they said if it smells fishy, that's good. If it smells like rotten eggs, don't use it. So I called.
Oh, well, they're
not the ogo, but the phytoplankton. I called and I'm like, it smells like rotten eggs. And he's like, oh, yeah, sometimes the gas builds up. And if you just keep it open for a while, then it won't have a smell. And I did that and it worked, but I was confused. So now if I call again about the smell, but anyway, it was atrocious. It was so bad. And so then I put some in the tank. Eventually, it just smelled strongly like the ocean, which is not a great... For Greg Hellerp would probably like that.
That's cool, bro. That's the way shit goes down.
It's not really an offensive smell, though. It just smells like you're like at a wharf or something. It's like
if it had started like that, I'd be like, oh yeah, a wharf. But since it started so bad, I still had the association. But anyway, I put the rest in a bucket in our bathroom, and then Peter knocked it over. And then also... people are going to be like, go back to talking about your old jobs.
No. That's not. I don't want to talk about work. So.
I don't either. I want to tell you. Have I announced what happened with my computer? Has that been on the show or just in my personal life? Okay.
Peter, by the way, if we...
It was a fucking nightmare.
Well,
we love him.
Explain what happened and then I'll...
Okay. I had a water bottle on my desk and the lid was... No, I think we did talk about it on the show.
It spilled on the
lid. I had the lid up. I didn't have it.
MacBook Pro.
Yeah, Daniel's old MacBook Pro, which I had inherited. And so Peter spilled water on it. The whole thing of water got in there. Daniel ran out and got the tool and opened it up and took the battery out and it sparked and blah, blah, blah. I took it to Tech Boys, which is looks like Radio Shack, very cell phone centric place, blue, black and red and neon. And they called me and they said it would be $400 to fix. And I was like, great. Wow, I did not know it was fixable. But then a few days later, yesterday, they called and they said they got into the motherboard and the motherboard is in layers. And once they got into the inner layers, they saw that the damage was beyond repair.
Are we getting it back?
If we want it back. Do we want it back?
Well, I just wonder if it's like it is fixable, but they say they can't, and then they fix it up and resell it. Is that like a scam that they might run?
I don't feel like it's a scam that they might run.
This dog has cost us so fucking much money and shit that I had a pair of noise-canceling Bose headphones he chewed up. Like, there are so many pairs of underwear. So many.
The underwear is cheap though because I don't wear fancy underwear, but yes.
I feel like there's other like expensive things too that he's just.
Well, didn't he spill water on your laptop also, but nothing bad happened?
Oh no.
Or on your desk, he spilled water.
Yes, but not on my computer. Oh yeah, he killed my. He spilled water on my keyboard, so I just had to replace the keyboard.
Honestly, it's an us problem, but still.
Yeah, like I just don't know how to teach I get how to teach a dog to do something, a trick. I don't know how to teach a dog to not do something. Like I don't know how to teach him how to not jump
on our desks.
Up on our desks.
Yeah.
So the solution has just been like I constructed a gate literally around my desk. Like I am in a pen. I'm being paid
You're in a crate.
Have created myself. I've created myself from my dog. My dog has reversed the fucking. Somehow he's reversed it all.
Yeah.
It's just humiliating, but I don't know what else to do. I mean, I'm sure, like you see those dogs like where the person will open the front door and the dog will just remain by their side with no leash, and I just go like, how the fuck are you so confident?
I know, and then you're like, how old is the dog? And they're like 7 months.
Well, but like, how are you so how are you so confident that your dog isn't going to go just bail? And they're just like, they wouldn't do that. Like, what? How do you know what they wouldn't do?
Cavaliers are known to be dogs that you can't really ever let off leash because I think spaniels are like, oh, I'm gonna chase that car kind of dogs, or they're, I don't know.
I guess.
Anyway, here we have a call.
Hi, Alison and Daniel. This is Emily from Vermont. I'm listening to your Monday show, and Peter's being naughty, and that's totally normal. Like, dogs have a teenage adolescence phase where they're rebellious and they like forget their training and they test boundaries and they just kind of make you regret having them, much like human teenagers, I think. So it's totally normal. It is really tough. You just have to keep like reinforcing and making sure that you, like with the gate you set up, like trying to keep them from causing trouble because they're just kind of hardwired to do it at the moment. But I wanted to encourage you that yes, it's normal. I have a 7-year-old golden, and he was insane, like a raptor testing the fences when he was 15, 18 months old. So it does get better. It is normal. Good luck. Again, Emily from Vermont.
Thank you, Emily from Vermont. We did talk about it.
Okay. Sorry if I'm repeating myself.
I called him the other day to get, I threw a trait.
He knows his name.
I threw a treat. I just said I threw a trait into his crate. I threw a treat into his crate. Mm-hmm. Normally, that is enough to get him to go into his crate.
Oh, he didn't?
I was like, crate. He fucking stood there and stared at me.
If he doesn't want to, sometimes he won't.
I've never seen him do that. He stood there.
Had he been in there for a while?
Stared at me.
Had he?
No, but I think that someone was coming.
Yeah.
To the house. Maybe a guest was coming, or I think it was maybe when Wendy and Jeff were coming. I don't know.
If there's something more exciting somewhere else, he won't easily go in the crate.
Yeah. So I have now stepped up the training again.
That's good.
To try to get him.
I mean, if it were up to me, these dogs wouldn't be trained at all. You're the one that does the good hard work on that front.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah. He enjoys it. He enjoys training. We had taught Oliver so many different little tricks. Bang, bang, and then he'd like lay down and hold still, but wag his tail. It was so cute.
Flop over. I know.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah, and that one is supposed to be, we never had to use it, but that one's supposed to be useful, like if you're ever at the vet and you want them to get to lay down and stuff. Like there's all these things that are useful with the training. So, I don't know. I do not know.
Well, they're good dogs mostly. It's just fucking... Ugh. Anyway.
We had a weird thing with him the other day. Okay, so he threw up like 4 days ago. Or 3 days ago, I can't remember. And then the night before last night, in the middle of the night, he just got up and was just up. And I thought maybe he wanted to go outside, or I don't know. He just like something was going on. But he never decides he's going to get up at 4 a.m. Our children do, but our dogs don't. So he ended up falling asleep in the other room. And then in the morning, I didn't think anything really. I was just like, that's weird. And then Elliot said he doesn't look like himself, and that's when I noticed his face was puffy.
Yeah, he looked like a
dog that got stung by and his eyes were like more heavily lidded. And I noticed he was pretty drooly, like he was having an allergic reaction. And Elliot came over toward him and he barked at Elliot, which he doesn't normally do. And I didn't tell you this part. Elliot goes, what if he's not our dog? And I'm like, no, he is. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, I just know. But anyway, hang on. You want to leave them thinking that he's having an anaphylactic reaction?
Okay, go ahead.
Took him to the vet. They gave me an estimate. The high end of the estimate, $1,600.
It's a fucking racket.
The low end, $500. But they were okay. They didn't know what was going on, so they're just like, here's all the things you could do. And at the beginning, I was like, yeah, we should do the imaging and we should do the blood work and da-da-da. And then by the end, I was just like, well, the vet had to step out and go into a surgery while I was in there. Wait a minute. I just remembered that they said they weren't going to charge me the full amount for the office visit because she had to step out. But then they did. I got to talk to them about that. Or maybe they did charge me a reduced rate. But anyway, he looked normal. His face had totally deflated by the time we left. So we ended up just getting some medicine and some fluids. And then if anything comes up, I will take him back. Did you want to say something?
I forgot what I was going to say now. Great. Good job. I can't believe it.
What can't you believe?
Your desire to finish that story over
what?
Whatever brilliant thing I was going to talk about. Oh, so I was giving Elliot a bath last night, and he's asking about the first humans, and what were they like, the first humans? Which, of course, isn't. There are no first humans, right? I mean, like
Adam.
Well, apologies to anyone who is any of our religious listeners, but we believe in evolution, and so I was explaining to him evolution, and whenever these things come up, it's always hard for me because I want to explain it in a way that they can understand it, but I also want to explain it in a way that is accurate,
right? And
sometimes I don't know. I haven't thought through a simple way of explaining evolution. Like, I don't have that chambered. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, so I fumble a little because I'm like, because I'm realizing as I'm trying to explain it how kind of hard it is to understand. It seems simple to me because I understand it. But to an 8-year-old, the idea of like ancestry and genes, these are not things that he understands. Mm-hmm. So like I'm sitting there like talking about like, well, the earth, was covered in water, and then there was like emerged this single cell organism, and from the organism, all life on earth evolved.
Oh, see, I think you're getting too detailed. You just say like, we used to be monkeys. Okay, what's up?
Right, but then
I know he wants to know details.
I did.
Yeah, he asked questions.
So, but I was trying to like show how like reveal like, okay, so everything evolved from that. So all these organisms. So then it was like at the time of the dinosaurs, there was like this mammal, and it looked like kind of a rat, and all mammals evolved from that. And so then all the primates evolved from something, because he was asking like, well, did we evolve from? He's like, did we evolve from like monkeys? And it's like, well, no, but monkeys evolved from we have the same common ancestor. It's not like, I was like your cousin, your cousin isn't your ancestor, but you and your cousin have the same, I was trying to explain like that. I was like, and he was like kind of getting it. And I was like, but what's really cool, like, and I was kind of breaking it down. It's like all life comes from, has a common ancestor. So even like blueberries, like, oh if you go back far enough, and he was like,
your dad was a blueberry.
Yeah, and he goes, wait, we evolved from blueberries?
Wait, are you talking about how all matter is the same? Like,
no, all life.
How are we related to blueberries?
Do you know that we share DNA
no, I
with,
don't.
like bananas? Yeah.
I know you're bananas.
Like all life, but I mean, we're talking about like, the common ancestor was probably like a single cell organism. Like, it's not like
it's not
like there was like a half banana, half monkey at some point. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God, that's the new Italian brain rot.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. So no, it's not that. Yeah.
But what you mean is at one point there was no life.
All life has like DNA.
Yeah.
All life has genetics.
Right.
Genetic code.
Yeah.
And we can map that genetic code, and like the more similar to strands of DNA, the more closely related they are. And so, like, yeah, like our DNA and like a blueberry's DNA are very, very dissimilar, except there are some parts of it that are common.
Which fruit are we most like?
I think bananas, maybe. I forget.
For real?
Yeah, no, for real. I'm not 100% on that, but I've heard that used.
In what?
When people talk about evolution.
Oh, okay.
Because the theory is proven by that. You go like, well, if evolution is correct, then you would expect to see this, and then
you'd expect to see the commonality between a person and a banana.
It was true.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, that proves, anyway, go ahead.
It could be confirmation bias.
No, it's not. Like if
yeah, it is.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, believe whatever you want.
Look, it's easier for me to believe that God made the earth, and then he made Adam out of his rib. And which rib, though? Oh, no. He made Eve out of Adam's rib.
Yeah, Adam used to have an extra rib.
And is that the one that he gave? The one he didn't need? The superfluous rib?
I mean, that seems just as likely.
So Adam made Eve out of one of his ribs. Yes?
I don't know.
I'm wondering about the specifics of that. Like, did he grow her on a rib? Or did he take a rib out of his body?
He took the
rib. No, God did it, right?
God took the rib. He put it between some wet paper towels. And he
grew Eve
until there was a sprout.
Okay.
And then he buried it, and then Eve grew.
So she's more like a banana. Okay.
No, he's God. He just took a rib and went, badazing.
But did Adam know he didn't have a rib anymore? Look, I cracked my ribs when I was a kid. Like, that hurts a lot.
This is going to hurt for a second, Adam, but it's going to be worth it because you're going to get laid. And he was like, do it. I'm so fucking lonely.
Maybe.
And he just reached in and cracked a rib out of his rib cage. It really doesn't go into that detail, but these are
I
really
want
good questions.
To know.
These are solid questions, and we should go ask a rabbi about it.
Speaking of pain, I was going to give an update on my hysterectomy situation. So I had my 6-week follow-up. Oh, Daniel he left the studio. He has left the state. Okay. I had my 6-week follow-up. So my rectocele repair, which is the one that you're breathing heavy. You're self-soothing, aren't you?
I'm just listening.
So do you remember which one the rectocele repair is?
Mm-hmm.
That is the hysterectomy I was never worried about, because it's like, yeah, take these organs that are just sitting there and not doing anything good for me and just take them out. And then however you guys sew that up, go for it. The rectocele repair, that concerned me because it's a row of stitches up the back of my vagina. And in my mind, when you're wearing clothing, and I'm like I have a lot of sensory stuff. I probably should have done OT when I was a kid, but I don't know if they had invented that. Like, if the seams are itchy on something or a label is itchy, I go nuts. I can't, like, the idea of wearing like a crisp blouse under a sweater with a bra underneath when I was little, not that little, I guess I was a bra age, but like, I was just like, oh my God, that's torture. I'm like claustrophobic thinking about it. So the idea of a row of stitches up the back of my vagina was like, this is going to be like 1,000 labels on the inside of my body that I'm going to have to deal with. So I was so pleasantly surprised. I literally did not notice it at all. And when I woke up from surgery, I was noticing that I don't feel it at all. I don't feel pain. I don't feel anything. And the doctor who did the surgery called me the next day, and I said, am I still numb? And she said, no, this is how it's going to feel. I was like, shocked. It was not a problem at all. So anyway, that part is totally healed.
Amazing.
I am good to go there.
Great.
But the hysterectomy stitches have not dissolved yet. So they are still. So he wants to see me in 4 weeks. It's like I can get back to exercising and
get back to exercising.
I think that's actually how he put it.
You were taking a good 10-year hiatus.
That's not quite true.
Okay.
But it is in the realm. It's truthy.
Mm-hmm.
I can begin exercising if I want, which I do. And but I can't put anything in my vagina, which sucks because that's where I keep my loose change. It's where I keep my phone.
Yeah, it's great.
To put my phone in my vagina?
No, it's great that nothing can go in your vagina.
I can't tell what angle you're coming at this from.
It sucks for a husband.
Yeah. So,
no, it's fine.
You're pretending to be a jerk, but you're very much not a jerk. So anyway, but normally speculums don't bother me at all. And the whole situation. Oh, I forgot to mention the best part is that he had to use silver nitrate to like burn off some granular tissue. No, but the whole thing was uncomfortable.
You're missing the very best part of this whole story.
What's that?
I coined a new name for an OBGYN.
You're going to have to explain.
Okay.
It's from an episode of Girls.
So there was a scene in Girls. What was the circumstances like? Shoshana
and Jason Ritter, but I can't remember what she was smelling.
Talks about
a soup or something.
She's like, it smells like Badusi, which is butt,
dick, and pussy. It was so funny.
And I think, another term for another term for an OBGYN is a beduciary.
Yes.
I'm just imagining a stadium full of people all on their feet,
laughing
and clapping. It's just an ovation that goes on. Guys, seriously, beduciary.
It's so good.
I wanted you to tell your doctor that he's a beduciary.
Yeah.
See if he has a sense of humor.
I feel like he wouldn't think that's funny.
Doctors need to get a sense of humor. I feel like my bet is that like urologists and gastroenterologists have a better sense of humor than optometrists. Do you know what I mean? Like the closer you get to embarrassing stuff, the better is their sense of humor.
Yeah.
Is that right? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find this clip and I can't.
Are you looking for the Shoshana?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
So.
Well, that is not a good start. You know that there are lots of people who are applying for this job who have actually had jobs before.
Yeah, like me.
Are you talking about these four?
I mean, those four were
activities,
actual jobs.
Camp counselor?
But I mean, I would call that a job. I don't know if you've ever been a camp counselor, but it is no easy feat.
But teenagers do it for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Talking about like an adult job. So what is your?
I don't know, Scott. Is this like what you wanted to do?
Excuse me?
Was this your dream? Like fancy cup of noodles?
Yes, this was my dream. Owning my own company, and I started with my two best friends, Jeremy and Simon. Okay. This is exactly what I wanted to do, so.
You and Jeremy and Simon were like, I want to make old rice that smells like Badusi.
What's Badusi?
It's butt, dick, and pussy.
Do you have some kind of problem with me?
No.
What's going
Just as funny as I remember.
But I do want to quickly give a shout out to my doctor, and then we can move on to something that you care about, Daniel. I all of a sudden was like, I think I have a UTI. Like 2 nights before I was going to have my appointment, it suddenly was so clear to me that's what was going on. So I have an extremely old prescription. I have an old bottle of Macrobid, which is what you take for that. Mm-hmm. And I said...
Is that an antibiotic?
Yeah. And I started taking it. And I felt better by the next day. Mm-hmm. But I knew that having taken antibiotics might mask it in the sample, the urine sample that I was going to give. And I'm like, I have to tell you something. I know I shouldn't have done this, but... And he's like, oh, that's okay. Are you feeling better? And I said, yes. He's like, okay, well, then you probably did have one. He was so okay with the fact that I had put myself on antibiotics versus the doctor that delivered Elliot. Her nurse was like, she actually said that. She like got mad at me on the phone. She's like, don't self-medicate. And like if you called them and you thought you had a yeast infection, they would not give you the medicine until you came in and they did a culture, which I imagine is
this like a legal thing? Like, are they just worried about being held responsible for things going wrong?
I think that if you don't actually need the medicine, then maybe theoretically it could lead. Well, so theoretically with antibiotics, it can lead to like mutations and super viruses and things like that.
They don't want people overusing antibiotics.
Yeah,
right?
but with something like diflucan, which is an antifungal, which is what you take for yeast infection, I don't know what the problem is.
Can't we fucking use AI to create new antibiotics or some shit?
I don't know.
Anyway, I know. I look. I get it. Like this fear is warranted, but on the other hand, when you're sick, you're sick.
Yeah.
What?
I need to say something about snack. I need to say something snack chat related. I have a snack chat update.
Snack chat.
So recently on the Monday show, Wendy Molyneux, the human, said that when she goes to Taco Bell, she gets a rice and bean burrito.
Yeah.
And she asked them to add lettuce. And I was like,
which is psychotic.
I was like, that's brilliant.
No.
That is brilliant because that sounds so good to me.
Lettuce on a burrito is just psycho shit.
To me, that sounds good.
Like Wahoo's. Remember Wahoo's?
I do.
They would put lettuce in their fucking burritos. Yeah. I was like, you deserve to go out of business, even though your other stuff is good.
A burrito can get real like pasty.
But that's what a fucking burrito is.
Okay, well maybe some people
get
want
a fucking
cut...
bowl if you need lettuce.
All right. So anyway, last night you announced that you were going to Taco Bell.
I did go to Taco Bell.
So I ordered burritos with lettuce. So good.
You got her kind.
Yeah. I mean, it just, it was good.
You liked it with the lettuce?
And then I got avocado ranch. Like maybe what I want is a wrap. Since what I want is lettuce and avocado ranch mixed with other shit.
Did the lettuce make it better?
It needed more lettuce.
It needed more lettuce? Who the fuck am I married to? What are you talking about? It needed more lettuce.
They had just a little bit of lettuce, but the lettuce, it improved the texture and the flavor a lot. But I just think
Did it give it a crunch? Is that what
a little bit? Yeah. I just think it would have been better with more. Look, I have been sometimes for dinner. I will put.
We're living in a world where Trump is president for the second term. I'll accept any crazy shit now. I don't care anymore.
Sometimes for dinner,
fucking burrito.
Sometimes for dinner, I will put cottage cheese in a bowl, and then I'll put a few spoonfuls of potato salad in a bowl, and I'll mix it up. Hang on.
That's less radical. You used to put ketchup and Truvia on your lettuce.
That was a dark time for me. Hang on.
That's crazier.
Sugar-free ketchup. I also went through a phase where I put lettuce in a bowl and then I put Splenda on it and sugar-free maple syrup.
That's disgusting.
I know.
Maple syrup on lettuce?
It's barely maple syrup. It's like.
Anyway, you were going to say something else. Was this burrito related?
I remember eating a bowl of that and thinking, I should go to Overeaters Anonymous.
Yeah, like one of those items that just trigger like, okay, this is the bottom.
Well, honestly, because I was near the bottom of the bowl and I was like, I wish this salad would never end. Literally, I had that thought. Have
you seen that TikTok salad that every time I see a video of someone making it, they're like, I could eat this all day long. And it's just like, it's like a chopped salad with like vinegar. It's just like in salt and some sugar. It's like a very basic, but they're like, this is amazing. It's basically just a way of doctoring up lettuce.
You're like, oh, did you just invent salad?
Yeah. What? Did you just invent salad?
That's literally what I just said.
I know, but I was improving on it.
Okay. What was I going to say about this?
The burrito.
Oh, yeah. So I was eating my cottage cheese potato salad, and then I've been having a real hard time coming up with stuff for dinner for the kids. I've hit a wall of like, now what? So I was like, I don't think, we could do taco nights. We did tacos. So I bought all the taco fixins, including a bag of shredded lettuce. And there was some shredded lettuce left over. And I put some of that in my cottage cheese potato salad. And it took it from a 4 to a 9 out of 10, Daniel.
It added 5?
Yes.
The lettuce.
Yeah.
Shredded lettuce added 5. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yes. It was like, oh my God. There's been a shredded lettuce shaped hole in my heart.
I guess so.
It was what it needed. So I'm saying shredded lettuce is like the missing link that connects us to blueberries.
Wendy is one of the smartest people we know.
Yeah.
And I am open to the idea that there's something to it for you. But whenever I've had lettuce in a burrito, I have not.
But has it been shredded iceberg, or has it been like a big hunk of romaine or something?
Yeah, like the way that you see it in a Mexican restaurant. It's always shredded.
Okay. I was watching this Foley artist. I always forget how fun it is to watch them, like, break lasagna noodles, and it's supposed to be someone's knuckles breaking. But she was doing the different sounds to make bird flapping in an animated thing with a lot of birds. And one of them was she had like 2 pieces of cabbage and she was flapping them against each other. It's pretty fun. Also on the snack chat tip, we went to Ruby's
Diner.
What else would it be?
Well, not everybody knows what Ruby's is.
Okay. So Ruby's is a restaurant that started in, I think it was the one on the pier was the first one. It started in Southern California, and now they have them, I think, across the country, but not a ton of them. Ruby's used to be my favorite hamburger. Everyone in SoCal goes fucking nuts for In-N-Out, and I always maintained, and by the way, I'm not a huge hamburger person though, but I always maintained what everyone else says about In-N-Out is how I feel about Ruby's. It was like the burger was perfectly cooked and so flavorful, and the bun they grilled in butter on the inside, and the whole thing was so good. So we were down in Orange County saying goodbye to my parents' house, which, by the way, by the time you hear this, I think that whole house situation will be in the rear view, God willing, which is also very like weird and bittersweet. Maybe this is a Patreon topic. Seeing that it's the only house I've ever known, and it represents my parents, and my mom should still be alive and whatnot. But anyway, we went to Ruby's. Boy, is it not the same. So disappointing.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I mean, it was fine.
But it wasn't good.
Yeah, like the burger was fine.
Fine. It was fine. It was all fine. It was disappointing, actually. So anyway, I looked it up, and they went bankrupt in 2018, and now they're owned by like the Ruby's Holding Group or something, and that's what happens.
Interesting. So they've cut costs. They've cut costs on the burger.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like that episode of Facts of Life where Joe was making pizzas, Mama Rose Pizza, named after her mom, and then she was selling them, and then she started getting so many orders.
She had to start cutting costs.
Yeah, they had to start using canned tomato sauce and some different kind of cheese, and it's just, I mean, Mrs. Garrett took a bite and was like, is this a pizza you want your mom's face on? Because her mom's face was on the box. It's really like a lesson in scaling up too fast.
Yeah, I wonder how Ruby feels about it.
Ruby is the mother of the person who opened it. And there's a picture of the actual Ruby by the register. So yeah, I do wonder how she feels about it.
For my money, though, as far as 50s style diners go.
Let me guess.
Well, you know the answer to that.
Well, but I forget because I don't remember everything you tell me. You were like Cafe 50s.
Cafe 50s is the best, which
remember.
is a local.
I don't think I've been there.
I think they used to have a few. They may just have one now. And that place is fantastic because you go, they have like a soda fountain, and there's all sorts of 50s like memorabilia, like literally all over the walls. The waitresses all wear like 50s style, like, mini skirts, and they chomp gum and they go, hey.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
No, they don't do that. I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I'm
okay,
kidding
good, because I can't do like a character situation.
No, it's not like Ed DeBevick's.
Yeah.
But they'll have like, you look at the calendar and like, it's like the last I forget what it is, like last Saturday of every month, if you show up in your pajamas, you get a free dinner. And
That's fun.
That's what I'm saying. It's a fun place. On Sunday mornings, they have magicians. They'll hire magicians to come to the table.
How many times have you been there?
I used to live near it. And
you used to go with her, didn't you?
Maybe.
That was your spot. Like, you know how I used to feel, I used to always feel like very warm toward you at the grocery store. That was our spot.
It wasn't our spot.
What was your spot?
But I would go there before I started seeing her too.
Okay.
Because
what was your spot? If you and she had a spot, what was
our
it?
spot? That's a good question. What did we have a spot?
Better not have been Soup Plantation. That was briefly our spot. She was vegan, right?
No.
Vegetarian.
No, well, she was when I met her, but
You broke her?
I broke her that bullshit. No, she just I don't know why she
changed.
I'm fine. I would have been fine with her staying.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had a spot. I'm not remembering it. Oh, well, there was a spot in Redondo Beach that we would drive to a lot. Fucking Redondo Beach.
What was it?
I'm forgetting the name. It was it actually was a vegan restaurant, like the Green. I want to say the Green Temple or something like that. It was actually great, really, really good vegan food. And I'm not like, that's not my speed, but
right.
Yeah, we would go there. I think
that's why you're hating on lettuce so much. I'm gonna look up the Green Temple, Redondo Beach. Green. Was it romantic?
No. It's kind of hippy dippy.
Green Temple, Redondo. All right. It's so cute.
It's cute. Yeah, it's kind of like got a, I don't know what
garden feel.
Garden,
but it's
feel.
like.
And then it was like a block from the beach, so you could go walk along the beach. So you go.
Did you sit outside in this like?
There's like a little
gardeny area. You know what it reminds me of? Oh, there's like a pond that's fully green. It reminds me of, oh my God, that bread looks so good.
It's really good. Like, it's a really good restaurant. Shout out to Green Temple.
Oh, look, there's a picture of the two of you on Yelp. Just kidding. Oh, wow, it looks really good. Okay. It reminds me of that place in our old neighborhood that we used to go that was never good, but we went there anyway. It was like you'd sit on the patio. It was Italian. Cafe Verona? Cafe?
Yes.
Cafe Verona? It looked
You just wanted that place to be good.
Because it was so cute.
Yeah, it was fine, but it wasn't. Yeah. No, this place was legit. This vegan joint.
This sandwich.
Redondo's cute.
The sandwich has wheat bread, sprouts, tomato, avocado. It looks so good.
Mm-hmm. They had
I think maybe
lasagna.
I'm just hungry.
They had a lasagna that was it like? Did it have walnuts in it? What the hell? It was like so good and hearty. Which is not, you don't usually think of that with a vegan food.
Yeah, I'm looking at the menu. Guys, that's how I say menu. I say menu. Isn't that too fun? You can have fun wherever you are.
Are you finding it?
Nope, I'm not.
Change the menu.
Wherever I'm on like Google image search, so I'm just, you know what? This is something to be done on my own time, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Did you have more voicemails?
I do.
I enjoy our voicemails.
All right, hold please.
Hi, my name is Angela. I'm calling from Texas. Excuse me. Okay, so I've been listening to y'all for like 10 years, and when I run out of episodes, I go back to listen to old ones. So I was listening to one from 2016, and you guys were giving advice to somebody. So first of all, I'm wondering what happened to the advice segment. I always found that so interesting. And second of all, I'm wondering if you've ever gotten people calling back with updates. Like, I know I've listened to like all the episodes, so I don't remember any, but this one I was just listening to is about a girl whose friend was engaged to this guy, and the guy was cheating on the girl with her sister. Does that make sense? Anyway.
I remember that.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm so curious now, like, however many years out, what happened there. Okay, love the show. Bye.
Thank you, Angela.
We should do.
I remember that. They had emailed me. I'll just send an email. Hi, it's 9 years later. But what happened?
Checking up.
Yeah, checking in.
Checking in.
Okay, listen. if you want us to answer your questions, we're going to bring back the advice segment. We need a good name for it. Email ariynbfshow@gmail.com.
Right.
All right. Moving on.
Hey, Alison and Daniel. This is Rich from New Jersey. I was just listening to your live on location in Hawaii, but actually taped episode, and you brought up that this guy saw you coming out of a family bathroom and made you feel invisible and kind of looked through you. You have to consider a lot that a guy, as a man who is hitting double nickels this year, I always want to make sure I don't come across as creepy when I see a lady. And it's kind of like an eclipse. You can't look directly at it. You kind of got to take things in on the periphery. And I know sometimes I think to myself that I have, I checked out that lady and I didn't come across as a complete creep because maybe she didn't even notice. And, instead I've probably made things really awkward like that guy. So maybe consider that was the fact that he was like, oh, she's really cute, but I can't look directly at her because she's going to think I'm some sort of absolute creepzoid. So that's it. Love the show. Talk to you soon. Rich from New Jersey. Take it easy.
Yeah, like I wanted him to look at me and like his, like he takes his glasses down and like his eyes fall out, like gabong, gabong, gabong,
Yeah, this is a problem.
I think
right
this
now
is
in
true.
today's society. I don't know. I never know how big any of these problems are because you hear about it.
You can't even hold the door open for women anymore.
Well, I've seen.
Oh, I guess we don't call them women anymore.
I've seen a few videos. I don't know if it was TikTok or where, of women complaining that guys don't hit on them anymore when they go out, and they don't, like ogle them and stuff. And they like, in these videos, it's like, I dressed up and I'm looking hot and no guys. And I think that for guys, I totally get what Rich is saying, because I feel I'm the same way. It's like, I don't ever, like, I bend hard the other way, which is like, I never want to make a woman feel uncomfortable, even if I'm not like ogling you, but I don't want you to think that I might be.
Yes.
So like, I will like, now I'm a married guy, so I wouldn't, be like,
who is she?
Right. But like,
no,
but even when I was single, I think that was a problem. It's like, it's hard to know, like, you don't want to come off creepy.
I have a similar story.
Well, but for a guy, it's like, it's a hard line. I think it's that. It might be. Have you seen? It's that thing of like, women are okay with being ogled if the guy's hot.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know that I was ever hot enough to kind of get away with that, and maybe that was the issue. I don't know, but I was just always like, I always felt like I was, if I ever like tried to do the whole like, I've got that predator's gaze. I've locked you in my sight, baby. That kind of like thing.
Hot guys don't do that, though. That's the thing.
No, but it's like the flirty, like, I'm not describing it well, but that flirty, like, I don't feel like I could ever get away with that. It just wasn't. Maybe it's just because it doesn't come naturally to me.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be like something organic, and, you don't want it to be like weird.
So I remember,
I just would never do it.
I went to Disneyland with this guy that I was friends with, but like I feel like it was like early enough that it's like, could there be something more? Well, no, there wasn't really anything, but I don't know. But I wasn't totally opposed to it. And we were sitting on the Matterhorn. So where
the
like
most romantic ride in Disneyland.
Where you're basically like sitting in the person's lap.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was overcompensating because I didn't want him to be like, oh no, she's trying to make something happen between us. So I was like making so sure that our bodies weren't touching, like leaning away from him, which of course isn't. I'm sure he wasn't like, oh, how considerate of her. He probably was just like, oh, she wants nothing to do with me.
Did you want nothing to do with him?
No.
you
didn't want nothing. I would have been okay with doing something.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I don't know. No. I'm trying to think. I think I was open to it. I would have been open to it, but I, for some reason, thought the right thing to do is to not be. I don't know. I don't know. That's just like that's kind of like I was like always like that. Like I don't want to bum them out by making them think I might like them.
Interesting.
Unless alcohol was involved, which it wasn't. That's the problem. If alcohol was involved, then I would think I was a little more affectionate. Or I could have been.
See, I feel like for me, I figured out how to do all that stuff in a way that was like organic for me right before I got into serious relationships. So I never really played the field. That's not really my style either, but it's like I kind of feel like I didn't really figure out how to be a guy who can approach women with confidence until like I was married, which really like makes it hard to put that into any kind of practice.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I look back now at myself as a single guy, and I just want to be like, oh, like no, it's not that hard. It's actually you just need to be chill or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that I was always awkward or anything, but it's just like. I think I overthought a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm, I know I did.
But anyway, yes, that thing that Rich is describing is true. Like especially like when people are in bathing suits.
Right.
And it's, like, yeah, you don't want to be like staring at some woman's body. Like,
I know. I still felt that he looked through me.
But everybody wants to be desired too. It's a weird thing.
I know it is.
I am
the thing.
1,000% okay being ogled. 1,000%.
You know how they say,
like I used to live in West Hollywood, and this is right out of college. I think I was in pretty good shape. And like one time I was walking down Santa Monica, West Hollywood. For people who don't know, is like Boys Town, the sort of gay district, I guess, whatever. What's the right way to describe it? Did I do it correctly? Yeah, and Santa Monica Boulevard is like ground zero. That's where all the clubs are, whatever. And I was like walking down the street, and it was like night, and I got catcalled, sort of. It was like, whoa, looking good, or whatever. They probably knew we were straight, and they were just good. But I was just like on cloud fucking 9. I was like, because these men have high standards, my God. And like, if I'm looking good, I am looking good. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to catcall. Okay? Don't get me wrong. Don't cancel me. I'm just saying for me personally.
Right.
And obviously, it's different for women. It's a different dynamic. But for me, ladies, if you want to ogle this guy... If you want to
roll up to the snack bar,
if you want to roll on up to the snack bar, feel free, because in about 5 years, I'm going to be an old sack of bones.
Yeah. So get your ogle on.
I have a few precious years left to be ogleable. And then it's just then it's just a weird fetish thing after that.
Right. It's a lemon party. Have you heard this? Tell the pretty girls that make the pretty girls feel smart and make the smart girls feel pretty.
Yes, I've heard that.
Right. So carry that to the swimming pool location. So if you see a girl, try to assess in the split second that you're staring at her whether she was popular in school growing up, whether she looks like she tends to be pear-shaped, and whether she might host a podcast because she needs to feel heard. What?
You are not pear-shaped. Are you kidding me?
I am pear-shaped.
No, you are not.
What is pear-shaped to you? I carry my weight in my thighs.
When you're carrying weight, I guess, but you're not carrying weight. You're not pear-shaped now. That's what I'm saying.
Well, but my natural body fruit is pear.
That your natural.
Well, I'm saying you need to assess that.
Oh my God.
And then think about if there's a childhood wound that is motivating everything she does, and if so, then you can ogle her.
You know how like fogo de chao? You probably don't know this. Like,
yes, I do know.
When you want more meat, you just raise a little.
Oh my God! So, some kind of international ogle sign,
like just like a little like light or something, a little color dot,
right?
It says like ogleable.
Yeah,
go ahead and ogle. Open to ogling.
By the way,
yeah.
So we're watching Hunting Wives. We're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
This is a Netflix show for anybody who...
I have been... I'm like, I need to get sucked into something frivolous and like a show. And so I'm enjoying this show. However, as is my way, I tend to fall asleep when we're watching a show at night. So...
by the way, if you're wondering why we didn't do the Project Runway recap show...
yeah, well, we still could.
So we're many episodes in now, but yes, go ahead.
You and I are sitting on the couch next to each other. I'm asleep. And you, in the loudest voice I've ever heard you use, which was your normal speaking voice, but because I was asleep, it all seemed louder, you announced you had seen a commercial or something. What did you think we should both get?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You had seen a commercial and you're like, I think we should both get, and I was like, I'm asleep. I feel like you were going to say we should both become MAGA, or you were making some kind of joke about or maybe we should both get a lot of plastic surgery. It was like something like that. Like it was something facetious. But what was it?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the moment though? Because I said...
Well, I remember you getting annoyed because you had fallen asleep. I always tell you to tell me when you fall asleep so that I know.
So my annoyance was that obvious?
Yeah, you made it pretty clear. It's fine though.
I didn't come back into the room to say, please check if I'm awake before talking to me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I didn't mind.
But I think maybe I don't know if I said this or I just thought it. I need some kind of indicator so that I change colors when I'm asleep so that you know. Or like an app that, if I get an Oura Ring, we should have it piped to your phone.
Oh, get like a little message?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be... Would it do that?
I don't know. Because...
That's actually a great idea.
How difficult is it to look at me before you talk to me?
Well, if it's a spontaneous idea, it's not happening because I got to get it out. I got to get it out because otherwise I'll forget it. And so it's just it's going to be blurted.
I guess.
But I thought you were awake.
Based on what?
Well, you had been awake like a moment prior. So like
that is true 100% of the time when people fall asleep.
Exactly.
They have always been awake a moment prior.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's what this was. This is one of those situations where you had been awake and now
and then I rudely fell asleep without telling you.
You fell asleep quickly. That's
how it happens when you're watching TV. You know what? I should, because I feel it coming on, and I think to myself, here the road forks for me. On one
that feeling,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, 100%.
I could either get up, walk to the bathroom.
I could just right now
just take a little snooze, a little snoozeroo,
a little snoozeroo.
Yeah,
and
I know that I am just punting the pain of going to bed, but it'll feel so good right now.
It is like, what I've noticed as I've gotten older, I mentioned this earlier today, as I've gotten older, that falling asleep, that period between being fully awake and needing to go to sleep has become dramatically shorter. Yeah, like it used to be like I'm starting to get tired, I'm getting sleepy. Now it's just like I will be bup, and then holy fuck, if I don't fucking close my eyes right now, I think I'm going to die. Like it is intense.
Yeah,
and it's quick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun.
But I guess I could. But that's what I'm saying. I'm at the fork and I can feel it. So I should just say I'm at the fork. Like that. I should just say
go,
like...
Just go fork. Fork.
I'll just say I think I'm going to snoozeroo. It's like I'm ashamed, so I don't make it. I'm not loud about it.
Why would you be ashamed?
Because I know the right thing to do is to get up and go to bed.
But that's not... What do you mean the right thing?
In my mind...
No one's judging you.
In my mind, I'm going to take a little snoozeroo, sort of like releasing some of the pressure, and then I'm going to open my eyes, and then I'm going to watch the show with you. Like in my mind, I haven't thrown in the towel on the night yet. That it literally has never happened that I've done that, but there's always a chance.
And you're always a delight when you get up after that little snoozeroo too. It's always like the minute I open my mouth to say something, it's like, I am not awake. I am not. I can't. Just stop right now. It's not happening. Let me eat my cottage cheese and Truvia and leave me alone.
I'm not usually eating cottage cheese and Truvia at that point.
There's always some slurry. It's just a slurry of whites and pinks and yellows and who knows what's in there. And you just
But I'm not eating it at that point.
No, you go up to the kitchen and you stand there like in a pissed off like haunch.
I know what you're talking about.
You're a pissed haunch. Like shoveling slurry in your mouth. And I don't know what any of it is.
what you're talking about.
Yes.
It's
like you're mad at the thing you're eating.
I pry myself off the couch and then I'm in pain. But before I get to the other room, I'm like, I need a few more bites of something. So then I stand in the kitchen
and you're just
and I'm half awake and I'm finishing something or I'm eating something. And I'm like, uh-oh. He's going to think I'm open for conversation, but I am like, no, I'm barely connected to this world. So I better let him know I'm not awake, by the way.
I'm not awake. I'm not awake. Stop. I know you're about to launch into something. Not right now. Yeah. So, yes, I know.
Oh my God. Do you remember? And then we're going to end the show. So the thing that I do where it's like I got to shovel in some bites before I hit the hay, I feel like that's like a leftover. It's like a vestige of eating in the middle of the night, which I don't do anymore. Thank you, GLP-1s. I never do it anymore. It's amazing. But I used to always do it, like constantly. We've talked about it before. For anyone new, I would wake up and eat in the middle of the night. Sometimes I was awake. Sometimes I was truly asleep and wouldn't realize it until the next morning when I like saw a wrapper or something. So it's like 2 a.m. Do you remember what you wanted to talk to me about?
I don't know what you're talking about. When?
The fact that Bill O'Reilly named his book A Bold, Fresh Piece of Humanity.
Wait, what was this? You came out?
Yeah, I came out. This was in our old apartment. And I was in the kitchen. It was like 2 a.m. I don't know what I was eating or making.
I had been awake.
Yeah. And
you had gone to bed early, but then you came out.
Yeah. And then you wanted to talk to me.
And I had thoughts. And I wanted to share with you that I had thought about the name of his book. He called it... Yeah, Bill O'Reilly named his book A Bold, Fresh Piece of Humanity. And his explanation for the title, I just never forget this because it was like... there was some story about like
a nun.
He was in Catholic school and he was a real smart aleck, as you can imagine. Bill O'Reilly must have been real. And the nun was pissed at him.
Yeah.
And in her anger, she goes, Billy, you bold, fresh piece of humanity. Like that was like something you would call someone. And I was like, that's a bullshit story. That didn't happen. I don't know. It just popped into my mind. I was like, that didn't fucking happen. Yeah. Nobody says that. That's not a thing that anyone has ever said.
Yes, this is what you were saying.
And I had to tell you at 2 a.m. when you were half asleep. Yes, I do remember that. But this was before I really understood the depths of your psychosis.
I don't think it's psychotic.
No, it's sleep psychosis.
It's not really called that.
It is now. No, but you are you know how there's like an angry drunk?
Yes.
You're like an angry tired.
I'm sorry. That's miserable. Because you always wake up in a... Actually, that's not true.
Often when you're tired, I'm like, shh.
I know.
I can't tell the difference between whether you're tired or pissed at me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sometimes it's both. Yeah, normally I'm a jovial.
You're jovial when you wake up, but if you're tired, you're not.
Yeah, but who is?
Well, I'm sorry. That sucks though, because I don't want you to be like, you don't want to be afraid of the person you love when they're sleepy.
Well, neither do I.
There's something else about. Oh yes, you remember when I was trying to curb the nibbling? Nibbles McGee was the name of my alter ego who snacks. So I said to give me a math problem to ascertain whether I'm awake
whether I'm
or
allowed
not.
to let you nibble. Like, was I in charge of the cabinets or something? What was the reason why?
If I can't do the problem, that means I'm asleep. I want you, and then say to me, "You're asleep," and somehow that was supposed to magically make me realize.
Give you a math problem, but you were able to do math.
That's the thing we learned.
Yeah,
Nibbles can do math.
Yes, exactly. Well, who knew?
What fun. Well, listen, it's about that time.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, all these years later.
It does mean a lot to me.
It means a ton to me too. You guys are the best. I'm on Patreon. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. You can get episodes of The Friend Zone, my Patreon podcast, which is very raw. I don't mean that in an unproduced way. I mean, even though it is, but I mean that in like it's emotionally. I get real.
You get real.
Really real. And then also there's a level where you can text me. I'll text you back, and I do a daily text update. And what fun! And then also Substack. AlisonRosen.substack.com. I just wrote a Substack about one of the reasons Adam Carolla was mad at me, and I go into some stuff, and that was fun. I feel good that I wrote that. I always feel good when I write. I need to be doing it more often.
Yes, you do.
I know I do.
God damn, I've been saying this for years. I literally,
What?
I literally made you a book.
I know.
To show you that you can write a book.
Mm-hmm. A book of stuff I had written. In my column.
It's like you keep relearning this lesson that you love to write. Every time you write, you're like, oh, by the way, I loved. Oh, wow! No, I'm surprised I love to write.
I don't love it.
You need to write more.
I don't love it. I need to write.
Write a book.
I know.
If you need to write it about me, fine. Write it about me and your absolute
my oglable husband. That's what I'll call it.
Call it Snack Bars Open. My life with a snack shack. No, what would you call it?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think of something.
What would you call your memoirs if you were to?
Yeah, you thought I was answering the question. What would I call my memoirs about my husband? I was answering what I would call my own.
If you need a subject matter, no, don't write about me. But
what would I call mine?
Yeah, you're on the spot. You got to name it right now.
I don't know. That's the problem.
No, it's a stupid question. Really, what you should do is just start writing and don't worry about what it's about. Right?
Yeah.
I told you if you had set your mind to it, you could be the female Dave Barry.
I subscribe to his Substack. Pretty good. Dave
Barry is legit.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. I know that makes me a real boomer, but there are worse things than being the female Dave Barry, let me tell you.
Who is the female Dave Barry? There isn't one. But is there one?
That's what I'm saying. There isn't one.
Yeah. I need to be the female Dave. Oh my God, there's something in my eye and it's driving me nuts. That's what I'll call it.
That's a great title.
There's something in my eye and it's, oh my God. Okay. Well, listen, it's that time because I have to go in and use my patented lid cleaner. I don't actually hold the patent on it. I just assume it's patented, but it was one of my Podcast Pals product picks. I would like to thank my husband for joining me. I would like to thank everyone for listening. Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?